Y'all remember when it was racist for little white girls to dress up as Moana for Halloween? Well, now they can't wear Asian-inspired dresses to their prom. All because social justice warriors are a bunch of race-baiting morons. Hey guys, welcome to Reality Check on MRC TV. I'm Brittany Hughes, and if you can't tell, I'm an American of Irish descent. Like, a lot of Irish descent. And a couple of months ago, I went out with some friends for St. Patrick's Day, and guess what I saw? Right here in sunny, liberal California. A whole bunch of very non-Irish folks wandering around in all kinds of greenery, sloshing pints of Guinness that they would probably never otherwise drink, and decked out in shamrocks like they'd all just stepped off the front of a Lucky Charms box. And guess how much I cared? Not one tiny bit. You know why? Well, one, because I'm not insane, and two, because it was St. Paddy's Day and the Irish are awesome. So feel free to be us for a few hours. Now fast forward to today, when a high school student who is barely old enough to drive a car is being nationally ridiculed for wearing a traditional Chinese dress to her prom. Kezia Dawn posted these photos to social media a few days ago of her wearing a traditional Chinese dress to a dance. That's all she did. And within hours, this poor girl was being publicly eviscerated for appropriating Chinese culture. Now, this whole thing could have been shrugged off as perfectly ludicrous if not for the national attention that it received. The story made headlines from the Washington Post to USA Today. Dawn was publicly forced to explain why she would dare wear an Asian dress to a dance. She said that she had found the dress in a vintage store and simply thought it was pretty. And for that, she caught a ton of flack on Twitter from bullies. This dude, whose profile photo shows him sporting a very non-Chinese flat bill, by the way, flipped out on this poor girl for co-opting his culture. Dawn instantly became the target of thousands of online bullies who harassed her for her outfit. Now, to her credit, she is so far refusing to delete the post despite all the naysayers, tweeting, "I'm not deleting my post because I have done nothing but show my love for the culture." Now, to be fair, a whole bunch of Asian people are actually coming to Dom's defense, because thankfully, most Chinese Americans aren't crazy. But apparently a whole bunch of other people are. Now, this situation reeks of a ridiculous, socially dangerous level of political correctness where a 7-year-old little girl who wants to dress up as a Polynesian princess for Halloween is the height of wokelessness. After years of struggling to erase the cultural boundaries that segregate us one from another, social justice warriors are scrambling to redraw the very discriminatory lines that so many ever dreamed would be erased. No longer can little blonde girls daydream of being Pocahontas, apparently unless you're a Democratic politician from Massachusetts. Little black girls, you can only be Tiana. That's it. But only if you're from New Orleans, otherwise, no. On that note, if you're not Mexican, you probably shouldn't ever eat tacos. And Gentiles, don't you touch that kosher salt, it is not for you. Particularly if you are white, just stay in your lane and don't even look at anybody else. In fact, maybe we should all just have separate water fountains just so we don't get confused. That's probably best, right? You see where I'm going with this? This is asinine. It's the exact opposite of what previous generations fought against, and it is the exact opposite of what a melting pot is supposed to be. It's one pot, and we are all in it together. And if imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, then a white girl wearing a Chinese dress to one of her most significant adolescent experiences is basically a walking tribute to China. And to those of you with so much free time on your hands that you are freaking out over this poor girl's dress, just make like the Irish. Pull up a chair, maybe grab a pint, and calm the heck down. I promise, I won't mind. And that's your Reality Check, America. Subscribe to our YouTube page, like us on Facebook and Twitter, and stay sane out there.